Welcome again, Libra. I'm here to unravel the cosmic mystery of your horoscope. As you can see here, we have the planets in motion now, so you can see exactly what they're doing throughout the month of August 2025. To those of you who are new, thanks for tuning in. I hope this brief, what I call Oracle Express, will give you some insights into what's going on. Most importantly, planet of love and marriage, Mars, for you, moves into your sun sign this month. That's on the 7th of August. And that's against the backdrop of Mercury retrograde in your zone of friendships, Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your zone of marriage. So this marital planet Mars is indeed going to be very, very important. And generally, transiting through the air signs, such as yours, Libra, it would make it very combustible. However, if you look at this opposition, Saturn and Neptune, Saturn, the planet of concretization, in other words, bringing your desires into manifestation, is connected with the idealistic Neptune. This in itself is a bit of an issue because it makes it difficult to bring the ideal down into the real world. Then you've got this impulsive Mars pushing you to get things done, but unfortunately these two planets don't allow that. So brace yourself for some important frustrations. The moon in the 5th house is full on the 8th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check that out. It's full on the 9th, my apologies. Moves through this 5th house, again with another retrograde planet. All these retrograde planets are showing a revisionary attitude, a need to go back and study carefully the circumstances in those relationships. This one, importantly, as I've said, your marital zone, is very much under the microscope. And the 5th house full moon has to do with love affairs, romance, and your creativity. The retrogression of Mercury eases. If I look here at my little list of planets, we see stationary direct on the 11th. And therefore, the revision or the reappraisal of friendships, social and group activities will be in a better light after that planet goes forward. Still, when the moon crosses Uranus, there's some unexpected twists and turns. And we see that combination, you see these blue lines, these what we call trines. These are what we consider to be positive responses from these planets. So it works to your advantage. You'll also notice that the frustration we saw as Mars entered your sun sign eases a little when it moves away from that opposition. Saturn and Neptune sitting right on this border of your marital sector and this zone of service, work, daily routine. It may be that you need to revise your daily schedule, how you and your partner work together, maybe how you don't work together, how things are out of sync. It is a time of synchronization. And you may need to go back into a bit of a cocoon shown by this movement of the sun into the 12th zone. That's the new moon that we're talking about on the, let's have a look here, 23rd, I think it is. Let's have a look here. The 23rd. And so the new moons are very, very important because they bring to light new opportunities, new strategies, and a different way of perceiving things. Now, because this 12th house has to do with your past and a lot of experiences and feelings and ideas that you've swept under the rug, this may be a new way of perceiving those events in your life and really placing them in the right perspective, understanding that sometimes even those things that are the worst things that have happened to us, they're actually the seeds of great opportunity. And I think that's what's shown here. There's a month-long stay of the sun in this 12th house, and you'll also notice the planet of past karma, Ketu, that south node, also transiting a little more slowly. It takes about 18 months through this sign. It's not quite halfway. Therefore, a lot of your past, what hinges on your past, the way you behaved in the past, the interaction you've had with people in the past, have, I suppose, a hidden say in how you deal with this 7th house stuff, in particular, your significant other. So it's important to face your past fairly and squarely. Don't rush your opinions or your decisions, especially in matters of relationship. And the full moon and new moon that I mentioned has a marked impact on your career because it rules this 10th house of career, which, by the way, seems to be doing quite well right now with Jupiter transiting here in strength, being exalted in the sign of Cancer, the crab. So if you can manage this relationship issue, this stuckness, if I could call it that, with Saturn, which is a very slow moving planet, doesn't allow you to do things quite as quickly as you'd like, and utilize that new perception of the past, the events that you had, go back through that, understand yourself in relation to those actions, the thoughts, the words, the deeds, and how that's impacted your relationship. Be honest with yourself, and I think you'll see some breakthroughs are quite likely throughout the month of August. Now, there's more on this. Follow the links that we've got for you, astrology.com.au. Drop me a line if you want. By all means, please subscribe. It helps this little channel with our oracle expressions every month. And if you need to talk to me, I'm here. Just drop me a line. If you've got any technical issues, any personal astrology queries, I'm more than happy to enter into a dialogue with you on that. And don't forget, come back next month. I'm looking forward to your company again. Bye-bye. Take care.